Does it matter when you're evaluating the best you can someone like David Koresh, whether or not you guys think that he buys his own BS? Does it even matter if you're able to figure out in your own mind or making a solid opinion of whether or not he thinks he is who he is?
I mean, that's a really good question, and it's a complex one, and I'm not sure that we ever felt we totally understood that. My own sense is that the attributes, the behaviors that Koresh was primarily manifesting were those of an antisocial personality. He was a manipulator, narcissistic, controlling. Did he really believe he was a son of God? I don't know. I'm not so sure that he did. There was a few comments he made throughout that convinced me that he knew he was. And I'll just give you one of those examples of many. One night he asked the evening negotiation team what they were eating. And they said, well, we go to Whataburger. It's a hamburger chain. It was the only place that was open late at night. And Koresh, in almost a humorous way, says, well, if it turns out that I am the son of God, the world's going to find out about the meat at Whataburger. Now, it just really doesn't sound like somebody that believes his own divinity. David Koresh grew up with learning disabilities, very troubled background, single mom. He had him very early, all kinds of challenging issues, but somewhere he learned the power of being able to memorize large parts of the Bible and to weave together his interpretation of the things that he read. And I think he relished that power and that control, and he didn't want to give it up. I think that was the primary factor in his behavior. All the people we got out, the 35, none of that was really why we were talking about religious doctrine. So, if you look at his personality as a piece of pie, there's probably I don't know what percentage, there's a sliver that represents his extreme religious ideology. And you want to spend your time in all the other parts of the pie.
Sure.
Because when you're in that one part of the pie, he'll engage you till the cows come home, but you're not going to get anything accomplished. He's just going to go into his preacher mode and pontificate and puff out his knowledge about the Bible. And, you're keeping him on the phone, but you're really not getting anywhere. So we tried to steer him away from those things respectfully. But let's talk about, this other thing. How can we get this young kid out that, we'd like to see come out? And you talked about letting out today. So we would just try to steer it back to here and now.